Yo, what is up, guys? Shatterphix here today, and sorry for not uploading for a while. I've been dealing with COVID and a few other things, so I do apologize. But anyways, today I got a new story time. I think it's pretty fucking funny because it's about the time I almost got fucking suspended in elementary, and it was over the most stupid thing I've ever fucking heard. And I mean, it's an entire story. You'll see. So this story time pretty much takes place back in like 2009, 2010 when I was in the 5th grade, and me, my friend, let's just call him Derek. Okay, Derek, he was cool, but he's kind of a bitch, and I mean, you'll see why later in this story time. And I was with my other friend, and let's just call him Zeke. So I'm with fuck, I already forgot their names. Anyways, me, Zeke, and Derek were hanging out, right? And we went up to the little bike area where everyone had their bikes hooked up on the chains and stuff on the little bike holder things. I don't really know what to call them, but you know, everyone knows what I'm talking about. Anyways, we're hanging out in that area, and we were just messing with some bikes and just tapping the fucking little ringers, the bells on the fucking bikes, right? And everyone got to do it except for me. So I'm like, okay, I want to do it. So everyone's like, all right. So I go up to the bikes and I start ringing the bells, and I'm having a good time. I'm like, man, this is kind of fun. I wish I had a bike so I could do this. So, you know, I was having a good time ringing those bells, but like, there's one bike in particular, and I went up to it and I rung the bell like 2 or 3 times. And then the fucking bell fell apart, and I was not expecting that. My face just dropped whenever that happened. And my friend Derek is like, ooh, you broke someone's bell? I'm telling. I was like, bro, please do not tell on me, okay? I didn't mean to break that. It literally happened on accident. He's like, I don't care. I'm gonna tell on you. So he literally runs up to one of the assistant people, you know, one of the assistant adults outside to make sure, like, kids are safe and shit. And the little motherfucker snitched on me. He tattletaled. And before he went up to the teacher, like, as he's running up to the teacher, I was talking to my friend Zeke, and I was like, yo, what should I do? And he's like, honestly, I don't think there's anything you can do. And I'm like, okay, thanks. So after Derek fucking tattletaled on me, I got sent to the principal's office, and I was sitting in the principal's office, and she's like, Kyle, you broke this kid's ringer on the bike. Why did you do that? And I'm like, well, I didn't mean to. We were just playing with it. And she was like, okay, Kyle, I think I'm gonna have to suspend you for this. I was like, suspend me? Don't you think that's a little bit extreme? And she was like, well, I'm thinking about making an example out of you, Kyle, for the kids who mess with other people's stuff. And I'm like, but I'm literally not a bad kid. And my principal tells me, it doesn't matter if you're a good or bad kid, Kyle. The fact of the matter is that you messed with something that didn't belong to you. So I think I need to punish you. And I was like, I mean, detention, study hall, I mean, those are options, but suspension? Really? And she was like, well, what can we do? And I was like, here, my dad, he's really good with tools, and he knows how to fix stuff up. If you were to give me the parts and tell me how to fix this bell on this bike, then I could get the bell back on the bike, no problem, and I could fix it. And my principal goes, you know what? Yeah, do that. Bring the parts, and sometime during lunchtime you can work on it. And I was like, awesome, thank you. Because I was really not trying to get suspended. Fun fact, I've actually never been suspended. So if I would have actually got suspended for this, I could never say I've never gone suspended. So I walk back to class and I sit down, and my friend who's next to me, Zeke, he whispers over me and is like, so what happened? And I whispered back saying, I'll just tell you later. So the bell rung and we got out of that period and we were going to our next class. But with our elementary school, it was kind of weird because we had one primary teacher for the entire year, and then we'd have other teachers for like the curricular stuff, like PE or like music or like whatever. So the next period starts and I'm pretty sure we're all doing group projects or something with others, and my group project was with Zeke and Derek. So I sit down to the table and I'm sitting with Zeke and Derek, and I tell Derek, and I'm like, you're a fucking asshole. And he's like, me? What did I do? And I was like, you tattletaled on me over the most stupidest thing ever, and I almost got suspended for it. And he starts laughing, and this kind of pisses me off because I had a alright school record. I'm not trying to get fucking suspended. So, you know, and not only that, my parents' reaction to me being suspended would be, you know, they would have flipped shit, you know. So I was really pissed off, and my friend Zeke over here, he's just kind of awkwardly sitting with us, just not really knowing what to do. And I mean, I didn't call Derek a asshole because, you know, we were too young for that, but, you know, something along similar terms, like you're a freaking jerk, or, you know, whatever. Just, you know, a similar term, because, man, he made me mad. He really made me mad that day. And, you know, that's what I told him. Like, I just literally couldn't believe one of my good friends from the 5th grade would literally tattletale on me and almost get me suspended over breaking a fucking kid's bike bell. Like, that has to be the stupidest reason of all reasons to get suspended for. But, you know, I ride the rest of the day out, and then I get home, and I'm a little bit anxious because I gotta tell my dad that I broke some kid's bike bell or some shit. So I go up to my dad and I'm like, hey, I almost got suspended, but I didn't get suspended. You're good with tools, right? And he's like, of course. And I was like, okay, well, I need to fix this kid's bike bell before the end of the year, because we're like 2 weeks away from passing elementary school. You know, is the end of the year, literally. So, you know, my dad's like, okay, let me go get the parts for you. And he gives me some parts, and the next day I go to school and put these parts in my desk. But the kind of really ironic thing about this story time, the ending, is that I didn't even do shit. I didn't fix the kid's bike, and I didn't get suspended whatsoever. I think my principal just forgot about it because it was over something stupid, you know what I mean? Like a fucking kid's bike bell, you know? I mean, I don't know. Personally, that's a really stupid reason to get suspended. So I think that maybe she came to her senses and realized that, and didn't make a fucking 10-year-old fix some kid's bike because he made an accident of accidentally breaking it. But anyways, yeah, that was the end of the story time. Derek's a fucking bitch. He's an asshole. I'm just kidding. Not really though. So, thanks for watching this story time. I really hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to subscribe, comment, let me know what you thought of this video, and I'm going to be making a lot more storytime commentaries as well as the regular commentaries. So, be excited for that. I'm pretty excited for it, but anyways, that's it for today, and Shatterphix is out.